This is the
XFML. Nil. We have the Newsman Celtic taking on the Abeerdeen Distillery next. Allison in goal for Newsman with Pereira, Tamori, Stones and Chilwell at the back. Fernandinho plays behind Neves and Lo Celso. Pepe and Bergwijn on the wings, and Ollie will be pleased to see Raul Jimenez leading the line for the first time this season. For the Distillery, the informed team, Lloris in goal, Cancelo, Lovren, Van Dijk and Tierney at the back. Henderson plays behind Christensen and Kovacic in midfield, with Ozil and Jota wide behind Roberto Firmino. Anders Christensen, an interesting player to play. Christensen is interesting to see him in there, as opposed to Ross Barkley. He might have picked up an injury. Newsman need a win, and they've been some bulletin board material as all four panellists on the XFML Focus picked them to win. As Pepe takes a free kick and it's headed goalwards. It's headed in from Ricardo Pereira. The flag stays down. It's 1-0 after 2 minutes. Distillery find themselves behind. Flicked on by Raul Jimenez, and Ricardo Pereira, his second goal of the season from 3 yards out. And for the second week in a row, the Distillery find themselves behind early doors. It's Newsman 1, Abeerdeen 0. Into the second half now. Here's Kieran Tierney. Plays a little 1-2 with player of the year favourite Firmino. Now Kovacic. He drives in the box. Kovacic shoots. Is saved by Allison. Corner to Abeerdeen. Ozil will take. That's headed clear. But Jota back to Mesut Ozil. Crosses in. Headed away by Fernandinho this time. Henderson back to Kovacic. Kovacic drives. He finds Virgil van Dijk. His cross is cleared as far as Raul Jimenez, who hacks it away. And giving chase is Steven Bergwijn. Lovren though. And it's with Kovacic. Now Dejan Lovren. How Cancelo. Kovacic again. Looking for a way back into the game here, Abeerdeen. Van Dijk spotted the run and he picks out Jota. Good save. Allison with a good save as Jota had a great chance to level it there. And Allison picks up the ball. Oh, it's a foul. Bergwijn goes down. And Cancelo's already been booked once. And the referee reaches into his pocket. And how Cancelo is sent off. The second yellow card. And Abeerdeen are a goal down and a man down. Pepe's free kick cleared away. John Stones will get there first and find Nicolas Pepe. He crosses in again. The back post is Neves. Pulls it back. Fernandinho strike blocked. Pepe crosses in again. Cleared, and Kovacic completes the clearance with a little 1-2 with Jota. And Tierney hacks it away. But it's picked up by Ricardo Pereira, whose goal is the difference at the moment. And he finds Pepe. Drives into the box. Still going. Pepe shoots. Great save by Lloris. Good chance there for Newsman as they look to finish off the game and keep themselves right in this playoff hunt. Pepe's corner. Cleared away as far as Lo Celso. Now Ricardo Pereira, Fernandinho, Ruben Neves, Bergwijn, Chilwell, first time on. Pepe. He shoots again. It's got him this time. Lloris seems to get himself a bit confused. But Pepe from the edge of the box. The ball might have moved a bit in the air because Lloris seemed to go past it and it went back across the other way. Newsman don't care. It's Newsman Celtic 2, Abeerdeen Distillery 0. It'll be a long trip back up whichever motorway goes to Scotland. Here's Chilwell, John Stones, Fernandinho, Lo Celso, Pepe. He's got the man on the overlap if he wants him. They're using the extra man well. Fernandinho! Whoa, good save from the Rees. Bergwijn! It's 3-0. The flag's up. The flag is up against Bergwijn. He thought he'd made it 3-0, but I think he must have been offside when the initial strike came in. As we see the director slow it down, Neves, when the strike comes in, Bergwijn is just offside. Yeah, well, quite a lot offside to be fair. And a good decision from the linesman there. The score remains Newsman 2, Abeerdeen Distillery 0 with 10 minutes to go. Distillery not yet out of this one. Oh, they are. It's finished 2-0. Good win for Newsman Celtic there, getting themselves right back in touching distance of the top 3. Again, they've had the most possession and they curtailed Abeerdeen, who normally we say have 20 or 30 shots a game, to just 12. And I think deserved victory there for Newsman Celtic. Good first goal from Pereira, and Pepe getting the second after the red card from Cancelo. We finish with the Biscuits taking on the Presidents. Schmeichel in goal for Dudley Bay, Johnny, Rudiger, Otamendi and Emerson at the back. Milner and Gundogan are in the midfield, with Mahrez, Harry Kane in an attacking midfield role in his first start of the season, with Sterling behind Lacazette. Presidents have Leno in goal, Fabinho, Lindelof, Vertonghen and Alonso. David Silva plays deep with Moutinho. Pedro, Sigurdsson and Felipe Anderson play behind the man Sergio Aguero up front. Now, Harry Kane, finally a first round pick, making his debut. Well, he did get 10 minutes of the last game, his first start, but he's not starting up front. They've started him in the attacking midfield role, and we'll see how that comes off for Jose Mourinho and co. As Moutinho finds Victor Lindelof. The President's in vital need of a victory to keep in touch with the top three after victories for Devon and Kinloch today. Here's Felipe Anderson. Jordi makes a good tackle twice, but still finds way to Anderson. And Aguero! Passes it just wide of the post. It's a tough angle there. Corner from Moutinho. And that's headed over again by Aguero. A couple of early chances. Normally he'd put them away. Victor Lindelof finds Pedro. He finds Sergio Aguero. And now Sigurdsson. Good start here for the Presidents. David Silva finds Fabinho. He finds Pedro. Aguero, this time he scores. You can't give him 3 chances. Half an hour in. It's Dudley Bay Biscuits 0. The DC Presidents 1. The biscuit tin falls silent. Fabinho to Pedro. Pulls it across. And Aguero, he had a couple of chances early. He didn't score that one. He puts it away. He's chasing Firmino for that golden boot. And he's also trying to keep the DC Presidents' playoff hopes alive. Free kick from the edge of the box. 35 minutes in. It's lined up by João Moutinho. And he scored! Great goal! João Moutinho is 2-0. 36th minute. And João Moutinho bent that. Great angle from the camera there. And you see the bend on that one. And the biscuit tin is shocked into silence again as they trail 2-0 at home to the DC Presidents. Here's Fabinho. Now João Moutinho, great second goal from him. Little 1-2 with Sigurdsson. And Moutinho again, there's the man out on the left if he wants him, and he finds it. It's Marcos Alonso in acres of space. Alonso to the byline, finds Felipe Anderson. He passes to Aguero, good block. Should have been 3-0 maybe. Hasn't been as clinical as normal Aguero, but he has got the goal. Now he's Gundogan on the break. He's got the man in the middle, it's Lacazette I think. Gundogan, great tackle there from João Moutinho, tracking him all the way back. Maybe he should have passed the ball earlier. Corner from Riyad Mahrez. Dudley Bay need a goal. Oh, it's headed just wide from Lacazette. Is that the last chance? No. 7 minutes to go. Here's Gundogan. Now Rudiger crosses in. Knocked down and Moutinho clears it away. And it will be picked up by Nicolas Otamendi. I think they need a goal quickly here. Dudley Bay 2-0 down with 6 minutes to go now. There's Raheem Sterling. Drives on. Still Sterling. Strikes it wide. And it finishes Dudley Bay 0, DC Presidents 2, Sergio Aguero the first, and a great free kick from João Moutinho made it 2-0. Not a lot created again from the Dudley Bay Biscuits. That's another game without a goal. Harry Kane picking up a little bit of knock. Well, he only lasted 45 minutes before he was replaced by Socrates, if ever you wanted a Jose substitution, Paddy. The XFML, Cork Titans 2, Kinloch Coyotes 3. Devon Dementors 3. Dudley Bay Pelicans 0. Dudley Bay Biscuits 0. Durham County Presidents 2. Newsman Celtic 2. Abeerdeen Distillery 0. Yeah, and we look at the back pages, and the big headline is the match at Titan Arena. That late winner from the Kinloch Coyotes that kept them at the top of the league. Coming on to the injury report, not much new news, but XFML frontrunner for MVP Roberto Firmino is out for 3 to 9 days. It could cost him the next game for the Distillery as we come on to the league table. Kinloch top with 18 points, Devon 17, Abeerdeen 14, Dudley Bay 13, Newsman 12, Dudley Bay 11, Durham County 10, and Cork really struggling to make the playoffs now with 8 points, a 6 point gap to make up with just 5 games to go. But they have a great chance against the team in third next week, the Abeerdeen Distillery, as they host those. Dudley Bay host Durham County. It's Kinloch v Dudley Bay, and we finish with the Newsman Celtic taking on the Devon Dementors. See you next week in the XFML. Stay home, stay safe.